Aerosmith classic. Charlie Clifford requested this, and I normally don't do requests. I take suggestions, like he said, and I'm like, wow, this is a great song. Love to learn it, so here we are. So thanks, Charlie. Really not too difficult. The bridge or the break that they do is a little tricky, but not bad. So we'll go through the chords in the intro and the verses, and then we'll finish up with the fill that they do and the lead too. So I written this out, so my notes will be linked below the video if you want to download them and either follow along or use my tab to learn the song. But all right, we'll get into the lesson next. All right, this song's in the key of A. So to start out with, we're going to reference an A chord, playing a triad on the 7th fret of the 4th string, 3rd string at 6, 2nd string at 5, and we'll play the open 5th string. So you'll have an A chord to start out with. Then just add your pinky down onto that 4th string. Alright, so this is a G suspended 4th. And we're playing that open A again. So it's kind of pedaling or just played throughout. Alright, then what we're going to do, change positions. Go ahead and bar across the 7th fret from the 4th string down. You'll be adding your 2nd fret on 8, 2nd string on 8, and your 3rd string on 9. And we'll be playing again the 5th string through the 2nd string. This is an A7. Okay, it doesn't have a 3rd in it, but it's referencing an A7. And then just pick everything up and play the 5th through the 2nd string, referencing a D. Alright, so we have this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, they'll do that twice and then you'll hear this. Alright, so basically it's kind of a muted 4th string and then open, and then you'll play it the 4th string at the 6th fret to 7th fret. Do that twice and then just hit the 7th fret and slide down. Okay, so that is the intro, and then we're into the verse. So the verse, the little kind of timing nuance you want to get down and work a little bit. We're going to be palm muting the 5th string and then playing G sharp to A with those triads. So the first time through, we palm mute that A string, the 5th string open twice, and then hit the chord G sharp and slide into A. Now at that point, go ahead and hit the 7th fret, that A note on the 4th string. So we have this. That kind of helps with your timing, because the next part will be a down, up on the 5th string open again. And it just helps with the timing. So let's take it from the beginning, and I'll do that and again show you. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can hear that. Again, there's 2 guitars, so we're just kind of riding that A to kind of fill it up, just like Brad does while Joe's playing the chords, okay? So you'll do that, let's see, the 5th written twice in the intro, or the first part of the verse. We'll do that again with 4, and then one more time with 4. Now we're going to go and hit a C chord. Alright, and then we're going to go up to a D chord, back to C, and A. Alright, so if you're thinking of it, but we're just doing the triads in the middle strings there, the second, third, and fourth. No, it's... Alright, and he does play that, even though it's kind of, it sounds like it's slid into, but you gotta hit those chords. He doesn't slide in until the fill. The fill part will slide in. Again, I got that in my notes. And that comes after the G chord. So we're doing the verse, and then he says, when she cried. So we're going to a G, and it'll be a 4 count, and then you pick up the count. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, from there. And then we go into the fill. Now the fill is the same chords. We're sliding from G sharp to A, and we're going to slide from C to D. And then we're going to slide from C to A. Alright, there are some videos of, actually one video of Aerosmith doing this live, and it's kind of shitty as far as focus, but I can see this is what Perry is doing. So we got this. Let me take it from the G. Do that again, and then you're back in with the verse. 2 count. Alright, so we got the verse and the fill. They'll do the G during the second verse. I think the third verse is when they change it up a little bit. We're going to go, we do our 4 count on G and then speed it up. Then we're going to move to an F for 4 count, and when we speed it up, we'll actually speed up on an E. Alright, so we'll have this. So that's how the verse changes in the third part, and then we're into the bridge. So we'll talk about the bridge next. Okay, so this first section of the bridge is that A7th chord that we played earlier, barred across the 7th fret, 4th through the 1st string. Of course, we won't play the 1st string. We'll be on 8 on the 2nd and 9th fret on the 3rd string. What we're going to do is play this, and I'll slow it down for you. So basically, again, this A7th, we're going to reference an A chord also when we put our pinky down. But to start out with, we're going to be playing the 5th string open to 7 and 9 on the 4th and 3rd string to 8 on the 2nd string with a pull off to 7. Alright, so we'll have this. 7 on the 4th string, back to 7 on the 2nd, 7 on the 4th, 7 on, or I'm sorry, 8 on the 2nd. So we have, and then we walk through 7, 9 from the 4th, 3rd, and then we'll put our pinky down on the 2nd string at the 10th fret. So let me go through that slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I believe they do that 4 times, and then they go to the second half of the bridge riff here. For a couple times, back to the first bridge riff for a couple, and this first half of the bridge riff, which we just went over, will end out the song. They just keep playing that through. So once you have that down, the second bridge riff, it's a little kludgy, not bad, but it's different, so it kind of throws you off when you're doing this first one and moving to the second. But if you practice it, you'll have it down. So we'll go over the second half of the bridge riff next. Alright, here's the second bridge riff that they'll do 2 times through before going back to the first one. Okay, so it's again quite different from the first riff, but what we're doing, we're referencing a G chord. And if you look up the tab, they're doing first position G chord, which is way wrong. So it's clear he's playing a 4th root G here. So what we're going to do is pluck that G note on the 4th string, 5th fret, and then to the 2nd string at the 8th fret, back to the 7th fret of the 3rd string. So we have this. Then we're going to hit that 4th string again at 5. Then we're going to hit 6 on the 2nd string. So we picked up our pinky, and now we have our first finger, or I'm sorry, middle finger there, and we're going to pull off 6 to 5. And then back to 5 on the 4th, to 5 on the 2nd, 5 on the 4th, 6 pulled off to 5 again, 5, 5, back to 5 again on the 4th string, one more pull off 6 to 5. This time we're going to go to 7 on the 3rd string. So it's really important you keep your position here, kind of like that A7th, but you're going to add your pinky to start it out with, okay? All right, let me go all through it again. Oh, I'm sorry, the second 6 to 5, pull off, then we go to 7 on the 3rd string, then 6, and then 8 on the 2nd. So again, I know it's a lot of notes. I've written it out. We'll go through it slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the second bridge riff. So again, work those two through and you'll be able to play right along with it. Okay, so we're back into a verse, I believe, and then the solo. The solo rhythm, I'll talk about that real quick. It's just an A to D. They'll do that 4 times through while they you hear the solo. So we'll go through that next. All right, let's take the first section of the solo. It'll sound like this. All right, so what we're doing, we're playing all E minor pentatonic. All right, so this first one will be the taking off from string at the 5th fret with a bend and release slowly to 2 on that 3rd string. Then we move up to this first position of the pentatonic, and then we're going to hit 7, bend and release to 5. All right, so we have this so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what we're going to do is move up to this position up here at the 11th fret, okay? So we're going to slide to 11, hit 10 on the 2nd string, and 13 on the 2nd string, then at 13 again, bent, back to 10, and 10 again with some vibrato. All right, so I have this. And then to end this first section, another 10 to 13 with vibrato. All right, so let me take the whole thing at slow speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, the next section will sound like this. I'm going to take it from hitting 10 to 13 with a little vibrato. We'll stop there. So what we're doing, again, I'm doing this a little bit slower so you can see it. There's a little bit more speed to this. But after we hit that 13 with vibrato, we're going to hit it 2 more times. And the 3rd time we'll strike it, pull off to 10, and strike 11 on the 3rd string. Do that again. One more time. Then we'll pull off 13 to 10 twice and end up on 11 on the third string. Then we come back to 10 to 13 bent. Then we stop the bend, and then 13 unbent, bend it up, again unbent, and then 12. We'll do the same thing. Then hit 10 unbent. Then we're going to go from 11, slide up to 14 on the third string. Use your middle finger because that puts you in position for the 13 to 15 on the second string. So we go 13, 15, back to 13, end up on 14. Okay? So if you think of the scale, A minor pentatonic, here's the note. There it is again. So we got... We're just playing in that scale. Okay, so the next part of the lick we'll go over, and frankly, you'll have the whole song. All right, so let's go over the next, the last section, really. I'm going to come in from the 11, slide into 14, and then 13, 15, 13, back to 14 from the second to third string, respectively. Alright, so again, we're playing the scale. We've slid into 14, 13, 15, 13, 14. Now we're going to slide from 15 on the second string to 17, and we're going to walk down the scale. Again, we're at the octave of the scale, so that would be that position. So we're going to do triplets here. 17 to 15, back to 17 on the third string. 15 on the second, 17 to 14 on the third, back to 17, 14. So we have this so far. Then we're going to end up on 17 on the fourth string, and the last note will be 14 on the third. That puts you in the position to slide up to 19 on the third string. And we're in the first position here. Okay, so we're going to hit 17 on the second string to 20 bent, and then 20 bent again. Alright, so let me take that whole last section for you, and I'm going to take off from the 14 to 13, 15. Alright, that is the whole lead, and frankly from there they'll go out with that bridge lick and you have the whole song. So I hope that helps everybody. A great song to play. I really had fun learning it, so enjoy.